Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss the topics are user, what is profile, what is permission set, what is role, and how we can create these things in Salesforce practically and what is the purpose. First thing is what is role? What is user? User is anyone who logs into the Salesforce, who can access something in Salesforce organization, in your Salesforce organization, and who can do something based on the permissions assigned to user by using profile. And what is profile? Profile is a set of permissions which can determine what user can do and what user can access in your Salesforce organization or Salesforce system. It determines your user to access something, or it determines what user can access something in Salesforce organization. So profile contains set of permissions. As I told you, set of permissions means it will have reports permissions, dashboards permissions, objects permissions, application permissions. There will be a lot of permissions in profile level. Based on these profiles, whenever you assign this profile to user, then user can access something in Salesforce system by using profile permission, by using assigned profile permission. So in real time, whenever you have to create user in system to access something, first thing is you should be clear what kind of permission he needs. And you have to take such information from the client or from business. Then according to that, you have to see your standard profiles if it is going to be useful. Otherwise, if you feel you may need to update something in profile in future, then you have to go with the custom profile always, and then you have to define the permissions whatever user needs, and then you have to create user, then assign the profile. Then that user can access something in the Salesforce organization according to the permissions you have defined in the profile level. And coming to permission set. Permission set is also a collection of settings, and you can assign this also to user, but there is a difference between profile and permission set. Profile is a set of permissions. It determines what user can do, and profile contains the permissions. Whatever the permissions profile contains, permission set also has same permissions. But what is the purpose of permission set here? For example, let's take a use case. I have a profile called manager, and under manager I have two users like A, B. But for one of the user I want to increase, or I want to give more permissions than A. But A, B users have the same profile manager. If I give that permission on profile level, then that permission is applicable to both users. But I don't want to do like that. I want to give more permissions to user B. Then permission set come into the picture. By using permission set, you can create a permission set with the set of permissions what you want to give, more permissions for user B. Then you can assign that permission set to user level. Okay, that means it's specific, and you can assign it to user B. And then even user A and user B having manager profile, or that means same profile, but user B has a permission set assigned with extra permissions, then user B can have more access compared to A even they have same profile. That means permission set is useful for extending the permissions of the particular user or particular users. Okay, and one more thing we have to remember here, permission set is only for extending the permissions, but not restricting the permissions what is given through profile. This is very important point. Again, I am telling you, permission set is useful for extending the permissions, extending the permissions of the user, but not restricting or preventing the user's permissions, or but not to override the permissions of profile. Okay, permission set is not going to override any permissions given by profile. Okay, this is what is going to happen with permission set. And coming to role, when we come to role, a role is useful for data visibility in a Salesforce organization. And by using this role, you can define sharing settings, sharing rules also. And by using this role, you can define a role hierarchy. Based on this role hierarchy also, data visibility will be um, available. Like for example, if you provide a sharing setting by using role hierarchy, then the higher level management or higher level role user can access the low level user records, but not vice versa. Okay, in that way, role will be useful for data visibility and to define a role hierarchy in the system. This is how it will be. Now let's create a profile first to have permissions, and then let's create a user with the profile and see the permissions assigned, whether how he can work with the Salesforce organization based on the profiles assigned. And then we create a permission set to extend the permission of that particular user, and we can see and we can create a role and assign it to him. Okay, and about sharing settings we are going to discuss in the next class. Then you can see that role also. For now, role is related to data visibility or data access, and profile is related to permissions on the object level or system level, and user is a user or anyone who can access something in the system, who can do something in the system by using the or based on a profile. Let's create a profile now. So go to setup here, click on setup, and then under administration, click on users. Here you can see profiles. A profile can contain multiple users, but a user can have only one profile. But one more thing you have to remember, a user can have multiple permission set, but not multiple profiles. Click on new. And one more thing you have to remember about profiles. For example, if I take, you have different profiles based on the user licenses also. So profiles will contain set of permissions, and few permissions will be based on the user license you purchased. Okay, here if you see in your organization, you can see the licenses here, and you can see this licenses information in the company profile also. Okay, you can search here what all the what all the profiles, what all the licenses you have. Okay, by using this company information you can see. Okay, for now let's go with profile and system admin. So if you click on system admin and click on edit, so if you observe here, with standard profiles you can change application access, okay, and you can change the tab visibility. Okay, you can't change administrative permissions. That means you can't edit general user permissions, you can't edit object permissions. Okay, this kind of permissions you can't edit, but you can edit password policies again. Okay, that means on standard profile you can edit only few specific things but not everything. That's why you always need to create a custom profile whenever your business needs to change something on profile in future. So let's create a profile. Now profiles, click on new. Whenever you click on new, you always need to select existing profile to create new profile. As I told you, I am creating manager profile for now. Now you can see all edit permissions. Click on edit. See, you have app permissions, you have tab visibility, and then if you observe, you are getting administrative permissions to edit and general user permissions to edit, and you have object permissions also. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to explain you few important permissions here. Here you can define whether tab should be hidden or default off or default on. If you put default on, it will be visible. Tab hidden, it won't be visible. Okay, this kind of things will be there. And then administrative permissions, access community management. If you give this checkbox true, then the user who has this profile can manage the communities and access libraries. He can access the libraries and Apex REST services. He can manage the Apex REST services and then manage public list views. He can modify the list views and documentation, email templates, and here for every permission there is a meaning. Okay, you can go through that. You can explore more on every permission. And general permissions, if you go with general permission, manage articles, knowledge articles it is, you can manage knowledge articles. And leads convert from leads management, you can manage leads, and you can manage cloud flow designer flows, that means visual flows, and you can manage report builder, and you can run the flows, you can run reports, and you have a lot of permissions like this. Okay, and coming to standard object permissions and custom object permissions. Okay, you have permissions on a lot of objects. For now I don't want permissions to the scratch arcs and assets and journals, contacts. Okay, just remember contacts I removed here, and I don't want permissions to leads, macros. Here I'm removing. See, if you see here, read, create, edit, delete, view all, and modify all. If you give read, they can read the records based on his access on the data level. Create, he can create the record into the object. For example, account, he can create the account record. And edit means he can edit the account record. He can delete the account record. View all means he can view the all records in the account object irrespective of sharing rules. Modify all means he can view all records, he can delete all records in the respective object. This kind of permissions you have to be very careful while you are giving. Okay, you always should, I mean in real time you should not give delete permissions always, and not view all also, and employees, this kind of things I'm removing. Test objects, and here you can define user password expires in, okay, never expires, and enforce password history, 3 passwords or like this, and minimum password length, password complexity requirement must mix, this kind of things, and you can define like that. Maximum invalid login attempts 10, lockout effective period 15 minutes, maximum period is forever. Okay. And this is requires a minimum day, 1 day password lifetime. Okay, these kind of things will be there. I am saving object. So as you know, I specified contact and leads. I removed the permissions of contacts and leads. Okay, just remember. Now we have created one profile, and which user license it is, you can see the license also, user license. See here, user license is Salesforce license, and if you click on view users, and you don't have any user for now, and from here also you can create user, otherwise you can create users from user thing. Okay, click on new user. Okay, Salesforce textbook at gmail.com. Okay, now here we have to select user license. Based on that, you can see the profile. So our profile is manager profile. And here, if you see on user level, marketing user, if you select this checkbox, then only you can see or you can work with the campaigns. Otherwise, you can't see the campaign object. Okay, and knowledge user, if you select this user, then only you can work with the knowledge articles. Flow user, then only you can work with the visual flows. Okay, if you check this checkbox, that means this Service Cloud users checkbox will be available on user level when you have Service Cloud license in your organization. For now, as it is a developer edition, you have that Sales Service Cloud user. Then you can switch to Service Cloud applications as well as Sales Cloud applications. Okay, and now this the quick access menu, this is the quick access menu. Okay, this kind of access menu will be available if you check this access menu. Okay, and call center user, if you want to make him as a call center user, you can. We don't have any call center in our system, so we don't need to assign now. Content user. Okay, so to manage content, CRM content in our system, in our Salesforce system, you can have this, and you can have mailing address. This federation ID, this federation ID will be available when you have single sign-on settings available in your system. Okay, and time zones you can set, and save. Okay, if you see here, generate new password and notify user immediately, click on save. Then it sends an email to so now let's check email in Salesforce textbook. So this is the email user can get. Okay, and now this is the username. Uh, so verify account. Now I'm giving password. And change password. Now as a user, I logged in, and if you see here, my user is Salesforce Sticky. See, Salesforce Sticky. Now if you see here, no contacts are there, and no leads also there, right? Now let's see I can work with this new accounts, and I can create accounts also. So now I'm going to open a system admin profile. Now for now it's a Salesforce Sticky. I'm going to create a permission set to provide the access on contacts. Now how can I create? So meanwhile, see here, we don't have any tab here, and we have lot of applications available for this user. I'm going to remove this application access on profile level. Let's see how it looks like. Now I'm going to profile. This is system administrator. This is Salesforce textbook user. He's the permission system administrator. Now first let's see the changes. So where is manager profile? Click on edit. Now I'm going to remove all permissions. See, now sales okay. Only two. Only sales application will be available. Okay. And I remove opportunities also. Done. Now I'm going to Salesforce Sticky. See, this is Salesforce Sticky. Now I'm reloading it once. How it is going to affect the user who has manager profile, which I have changed now. Okay, shall I see this application menu? See here, only one application is there, and if you observe, there is no opportunity. Okay, opportunity tab, and even here you can personalize your tab menu by using this pencil symbol, and if you click on add more items also, you can't see that. You can't see opportunities, and you can't see leads. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this opportunity access and leads access and contacts access through permission set. Okay, now I'm going to administrator. Now see, incognito window, this is administrator Salesforce textbook. Okay, now open this manage not manager profile, go to permission set. See here, permission set, and click on new and my test permissions. You can give any name, and here if you select license, then this permission set will be applicable for that license only. If you don't select any license, you can assign it to the any profile, but based on the license permissions again. But there is no restriction if it is if that kind of permission is available in the particular license. And that means if you select the license while creating the permission set, you can assign that permission set to the licensed profile, a licensed user only. And now our thing is object settings. Click on object settings. One is opportunity. Where is opportunity? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Opportunities. Click on edit. I'm giving all permissions for now. Okay, and you can give field accessibility also here. Now save. And what else we wanted to give? Leads also. Let's give leads. Leads. Click on new. Click on edit, not new. Done. Save. Now I didn't assign this permission set still to Salesforce Sticky user. Let's open this Salesforce Sticky user here and let's see is there any changes. No changes, no opportunities, no leads. Now I'm going to assign this permission set. Okay, click on manage assignments, or otherwise you can go to user and assign. Click on manage assignments. Here add assignments and select the Salesforce Sticky user. See here, select this, assign. Done. If you open this Salesforce Sticky user, you can see that permission set. See here, permission set assignment. Okay, you can come to user and click on edit assignments. By edit assignment button also you can assign. So now let's go to this user. Let's reload it. Let's see whether these opportunities and see, opportunities came, tab, and leads also came, and they can create lead also now. Okay, this is how it will be useful. Okay, so by using permission sets, you can create, you can extend the permissions of objects or any permissions which are not available in the profile. Okay, and what is the business use case? Whenever two users have the same profile, but you want to increase the permissions of one of the user under the same profile, then you can use permission sets. Now let's create a role. So just let's create a role, just a product based, and click on setup role. And here Salesforce Textbook is the main role, and you can create from here add role, or from CEO role also you can create. Otherwise you can edit the names also here. Okay, for now I am creating a global role. Okay, save. Under this role reports to Salesforce Textbook. Done. So now you have a role and you can assign this role to user. Okay, let's assign it to user. What is the user we have? Salesforce Sticky. Done. Now if you open this user, you can see the role of this user global. Okay, now you know how to create the role, and you can create hierarchy also, like go to roles again, set up roles. See here Salesforce Textbook, and global. Under global you can add global 1 like this. So if you go to this and you can see the hierarchy, go to role. See, Under global, you have global 1. This is how you can define the role hierarchy, and you can assign these roles to the users. Okay, in the next class, we are going to explain how it will be useful for sharing settings and for sharing roles. Okay, thank you. All the best.